Laura from Content Sparks, and today we're going to take a look at creating a course using the Teachable platform. We'll start from the curriculum page, and this is where you'll create the structure of your course and add all of the content and supporting materials for your students to digest and complete. There are a number of different ways you can go about creating your course structure. A great way to make sure you develop a good flow between modules and maintain consistency in what you teach is to lay out your course first on a mind map, module titles and then key parts to each of those. Something a little bit like this. You can see we've created a branch for each module and then some steps leading off from that, as well as some learning activities at the end. To translate this format to Teachable, you'll want to first create your modules as different sections. Teachable has already generated a first section for us, which we'll just need to rename. To do that, just click on the pencil icon and then add your module title. Hit the check mark when you're done. To add the next module, click on New Section, again, add your module name. Keep doing that until you've got all of the modules on there, and then we can start looking at creating lectures. Click on New Lecture alongside the associated module. You'll find yourself now on the upload area where you can start to add content to each part. I would personally recommend that before you start to add that content, you create and refine your structure. That means creating lectures for each point and for your learning activities, and then going back and adding the content to each part. So let's rename this first lecture to Step 1. Again, hit the check mark. Publish this, and then return to the main curriculum page to add the next steps. Again, click on the New Lecture button. Change your lecture title to Step 2 and hit the check button again to save that. Keep going until you've got a lecture created for each and every section of your course. Create a separate lecture again for your learning activities. Again, hit the check mark, publish that, and then go back to the curriculum page. You'll see that this second step did actually create itself within the curriculum page and we weren't taken to the content upload area. That means that we didn't click on the publish button. To publish that, all you need to do is click the check mark associated with that lecture at the side. Let's go back to our first lecture, or Step 1, and take a look at adding some content. Depending on the format of your course, you can offer your students access to pre-created documents that they can either read on the platform itself or download, or you can paste in or write text content directly into the lecture. We're going to start by adding in some text content, so click on the Add Text tab to find the text editor. Enter your text here, make any aesthetic edits, for example font colours, bullet points or even images, then click the Save button to add it to the lecture. Scroll down now to see your content ready to publish. If you want to add supporting documents here, for example a worksheet or infographic that sums up the lecture that your students can download, go back to the Add File tab and then choose Files to upload the documents they'll need. I'm going to give them access to an excerpt from How to Create an Online Course. So I'll add the URL just here, hit enter, and then select before uploading that document. If you scroll down now, you'll see your file added to just beneath your text content. If you want to shuffle these around a bit, you can do that really easily by just dragging and then dropping the elements that will reflect on the lecture page when your student comes to view it. If you want the supporting document you've uploaded to be available to download for your students, make sure you hit the Make Available for Download button just here. And then once you're happy with your lecture, go ahead and click Publish to make it live. We've already done that. Before heading back to this curriculum page for the next step. Now let's take a look at those learning activities and how we can use them to make things a little bit more dynamic. Head back to your learning activities lecture. If you've got some pre-written worksheets that you'd like your students to complete, you can use the same add file method that we've just looked at to make them available to download. What you can also do to make things a little bit more interactive is create a quiz for your students to test what they've learned in the lecture. Click the Add Quiz tab, then the big orange Add Quiz button. Input a question related to the lecture content, and then add your answer choices. Let's try, what colour is the sky? We'll start adding those answer choices. So is it green? Is it pink? Is it brown? Or is it blue? Make sure you click the correct answer box on the right answer, which we know to be blue, although in England sometimes can be a nice shade of brown, and click the one that it's not, and then finish up by clicking Add Question. Once you scroll down, you can add or edit questions to make sure that you quiz your students on all the key parts of the lecture they've just worked through. And then once you're ready, again, click the Publish button if you've not already done that, and then go back to the curriculum page to work through the rest of your course.